Hey guys, it's Zili here. As you may know, we are going to be seeing some really big updates soon, and they revealed a lot of changes during their 1 year birthday event in Korea. I wanted to wait until we saw some official release notes on their actual website in English before I went in and tried to figure everything out. So there are some amazing changes being planned for the next few months, and a few of their target areas are crafting and introducing the pet system, as well as something called a real-time arena. And we're gonna get more into that later on in the video. So I'm just opening up this summary notice from Stove here, and they wanted to introduce a golden hammer. So what this golden hammer was planned to be was, say for example, you would craft like 20 pieces of gear. On your 21st piece of gear, you would get legendary, so the red gear guaranteed. But after they decided to talk about it, they thought it was a bad idea because you could still get flat stats on that legendary gear, making it kind of pointless. So what they ended up doing is something called equipment transmutation. So you could put in your gear into the steeple, and then based on the quality and based on the sets, you get another gear, but with a percentage main stat. So say for example you have 4 pieces of gear that are purple, that are speed set, and they didn't roll properly, like you got some flat stats or whatever, right? You plussed it a bit and you didn't like the way it was plussed, so it all rolled into something you didn't like. You could put it into this steeple, and it gives you a piece of gear with a percentage chance, and based on the rarity you put in, the rarity comes out. So I guess if you put in like a few legendary, it's kind of like the charm system, if you guys tried that. So depending on what kind of grades you put in, it depends on what kind of grades come out. And I'm sure if you upgrade the steeple, you'll have a better chance at getting legendary, or it'll require less resources. So I was hoping that you would get to like pick a piece of gear, pick a substat, and then pay gold or resources to reroll that substat. Say for example that you had a piece of red gear, it had 3 main substats that you liked that were percentage, and then it just rolled like health 50, right? You could pick that health 50 and just keep re-rolling it into something you would like, and then you can start upgrading the gear. But this is still a good change because you could still reuse the gear that you don't like or don't use, and maybe you might get something useful out of it. So it's not a huge change, but it's not game breaking either, where you take shortcuts, because they still want you to keep playing the game. And crafting gear is a good way of doing that, unless people like just get bored and quit. So I don't know, they gotta think of something here, and this is a good step in the right direction, but we'll see how it pans out. And it looks like they're also trying to improve flat stats, but they're still going to be worse than the percentage base, but they're not going to be as bad. So if something rolls into health twice, you can still live with it, but we'll see. Honestly, like at this point, it's hard to tell what they're planning on doing, but at least, you know, they're listening to the community and they're working on it. But we have to give it some time to see how it plays out in actuality, because they might change things up from this note. So there's that. That's one big update that's coming. And then they're going to be reducing the Molagora needed by another 20%. And then your 3-star heroes are going to be using your Stigma instead. So all 3-star heroes, including I think ML heroes. So if you guys are leveling up Lorena and Axe God, you're going to be getting your Molagoras back. So that's something great to look forward to. And then they're, on top of that, they're reducing it by another 20%. So we're going to be seeing a lot of Molagoras coming back real soon in the next couple of months. I think, oh yeah, here. This update is planned for October. So in October we're going to be seeing a huge improvement in Molagora economy. And then they are still slightly increasing the rates to the Automaton Tower, which should be reset today. and you can exchange your Molagora Go's to Molagoras and backwards. If you ask me, they should just get rid of Molagora Go and just use Molagoras as the currency. But I guess they want to have some variety. I'm not too sure. Okay, so that's that for Molagora. And then for energy and gold, you know how people are complaining that they're always out of energy? They're saying that they're not going to be doing anything directly to change the energy, like increasing the stamina recovery of leaves and crystals. But as you will see in a little bit, they are adding a pet system, and there is going to be a pet that sits in your lobby that you can upgrade, and it has a chance of bringing you more energy every few hours. So I mean, they're not going to give you more energy for your leaves and crystals, but they're going to be giving you more energy passively through your pets, so that might help with the energy system. And I think it would be a good addition. Are there any plans to have a ceiling for Moonlight summons? The only thing they're going to be keeping is the Mystic Bookmark limit, but they're also planning on lowering the ceiling for it. And they're going to be changing the daily check-ins, which we'll be covering in the next little bit. They're upgrading the daily rewards for players, so you're no longer getting just random like little charms or a little bit of gold. You're actually going to get some really useful items. Are there plans for limited heroes to return? We are currently preparing another limited summon banner, so it looks like they're bringing back somebody, and I'm thinking it's going to be Deanne, and a lot of people in the community are thinking it's going to be Deanne, but don't be surprised if they introduce a new hero. And here's more on the hero balance for September 5th, so that'll be this week. And for those of you that are just joining us, I made a video about Lidica. She's going to be buffed really well this week, so take a look at that video. And if you have her, I'd highly recommend building her for PvP and PvE right now, so check that out. And here's the pet system. So this is what it's going to be looking like here, and they're going to be introducing the little fox carbonicles, I think that's how you call them, as your pets. And you have 3 different types. You have a story type, a lobby type, and a content type. So the story type will be the pet that accompanies you on your adventure mode missions. These are the pets that will pick up your chests and give you more gold, and I think even a higher chance of getting a catalyst to drop in your adventure runs. So this will probably be like the first thing I get. And then your lobby type is the pet that sits in the lobby, like next to your characters. And this pet basically just goes and gets you random items every few hours, including energy. So I'd max this out as soon as possible. You want that passive energy to come as much as possible. And then for content type, this pet here will go with you on your adventures in hunts. They will give you more hunt materials. So that would probably be like one of the top priorities, I'd say, for everybody. Like story type, you could just leave at level 1 because you just wanted to pick up your chests, and then focus on leveling up these guys here. But once you have the lobby type and you have like a lot of energy stored up, you can always claim the energy once you have this guy maxed out. So that way you have the most efficient golem runs, the most efficient wyvern runs. You get a shit ton of energy. You'll be swimming in materials. So that's actually my plan, so I'm gonna go with that once these guys are in. And this is what it looks like. The lobby pet guy just sits here, and you can claim it, right? Just push that little button, it has a gift for you. And at level 4, you get 4 hours to get a new item. And then here are the chances. Oh wait, there is no energy. Well, scratch that, guys. They didn't put in energy. It's Stigma, Gold, a rare Catalyst, Legend Catalyst, Penguin, and some enchantment stones. Well, that kind of sucks. Still, I mean, free stuff is free stuff, but no energy. Okay. Alright, and here's Battle Pet. You can restart and it automatically reruns the mission for you, and you choose where to recharge from. And here's the same pet for adventure mode. Yeah, see how it auto opens the chest? So I mean, that will give you crystals, which could give you more energy, so in a way it gives you more energy. And here's the menu. The more you use a pet, the more friendly it gets with you. And when it spends time with you, the pet skills will improve as the owner spends more time with them and takes care of them. With the improved skills, the pets will help our hares play the game more efficiently. So the more you use it, the better it is. And I guess you can fuse it with other pets to level it up. I mean, they might change it when it gets released, but so far, like, the pet system is official, and I believe I read it coming out in October. Oh, there we go. We are planning to release the updates for the pet system in October. So there you have it. It'll be next month. And that's it for the first page here. Let's see what else they have planned for us. Here's part 2. How are improvements to the raid Labyrinth proceeding? So it looks like, as all 5 bosses of Hell Raid Labyrinth are being added, it will be changed to monthly content instead of being weekly, as it is now. The other bosses will hide once you kill any boss, so players can only attack a single boss per entry. Instead, the amount of main reward raid currency you get from the content will increase, along with the addition of a first clear reward and shortcuts. Interesting. So you get 1 good piece of gear a month, guaranteed, looks like. And the second Coronation Surveyors and Queen's Guard badges players will acquire from killing each of the boss will increase to 2. In total, players can get the increased amount of 10 Coronation Souvenirs, increased from 6 available currently. So, I guess in summary, if you're doing Hell Raid, you can only do it once a month. But if you do it once a month, you get more rewards than doing it 4 times a week. So you spend less time doing it, and you have more rewards. And it looks like they're changing the camping system. And they're going to be improving the morale system. So when you have a character and you want to select an option, it'll give you like a preview of what's going to happen when you select the option. Which is actually really cool, because I have a hard time remembering who interacts well with who when I'm going camping. And that's a pretty good system here. And we have a tease for this boss here, and that's not going to be like another hunt. It's not. It's going to be for the Nixeed's Labyrinth, since we're missing Zone 5. And here's the update to the Checkered Wards. So, on the first day of every week, you get leaves. Second day of every week, you get money. Third day, you get a charm. Fourth day, you get either 2 summons or a mystic summon. And then 5th day, it looks like accessories. And every other week, you get Mologoras. And then on the 6th day, you get crystals. And on the 7th day, you get either a Phantasma. I think this is a 4-star ticket. This is a 4 to 5-star hero ticket, and 5 galaxy bookmarks for the end of the month. So these are a much better improvement over what we have now, so I'm looking forward to that. When is this starting? Update scheduled for September 5th. So we'll be getting it this month. Are there any plans to add content such as battles with friends or guild members and a replay function? When will the real-time arena be available? We are planning to update real-time arena content, which will include battle with friends and battle replays. Starting from the real-time arena update, we are planning to add content that allows hares to rewatch completed battles. It's currently in development. Here's a teaser of what we're going to be seeing. And it's going to be something where you pick 5 heroes and you can ban 1 on the enemy team, and they can ban 1 on your team. and then you guys fight. So this will be very interesting because they could open this up to like a ranked season reward thing, similar to the arena, but it's going to be more of a competitive thing since everything will be real time, so all your decisions will have to be then and there based on a real player instead of manipulating enemy AI. So even if you have a fast hero, like if you pick fast heroes and they know those characters are supposed to be fast, they could be picking tankier heroes to counter those picks. So we will be seeing a very interesting setup here, and I'm actually looking forward to it. But again, if you're whaling or if you're buying stamina resets and you have like more heroes that are available to you because you farmed for more gear, you'd have more of an option to counter other people's teams that spend all their resources building. So again, it might be like whales win kind of thing, but we'll see. We'll have to see. It's still in development, and they have no plans of release anytime soon. But I think it will happen by the end of this year, so before Christmas. And I think that's all we have about that. So it's in the works. It's happening, guys. It's real, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Are there any plans to have another collaboration with a famous IP or plans to create merchandise? So I guess the short of it is they are planning on making another collab event, and nothing is solidified, so they're working with a lot of IPs right now, and we're going to be seeing it like maybe start of next year. So I think they're going to have one collab event every year. Are there any plans to improve the utility of duplicate heroes? So right now the rumor is they're changing the imprint system so you can select you know how you can select different options. So you know how right now we have it could buff the whole team with a certain stat. Well, they're thinking about changing it so that you get more for just the character, but you don't get a benefit for the rest of your team. And then I guess right now they're also looking into like if you pull a hero that you already have duplicates of, you get like a little token that you could put on the hero or on another hero. But I'm not sure if that's going to be a good idea. And then they're also thinking of including a system where players can earn tokens when receiving a duplicate hero, which can be exchanged for a hero selector. So that might be interesting, but it's probably going to be like a 4 to 5 star hero selector, or maybe just a random ticket. I doubt they're going to introduce a hero selector. Do you plan to sell a name change ticket? Short answer, no. Are there any plans to separate artifacts from the summons? Again, short answer, no. No plans on doing it because we balance the game this way. So rip that idea. Will there be a feature to skip cutscenes? Again, no. We are not considering a feature to allow players to skip cutscenes. Are there any additional quality of life improvements scheduled? So we're gonna get, you can change your team name, and I think that's all they have planned. So you guys can finally change your team names. So that's really cool. And that's everything we have for today. See you guys real soon.